Peace, y'all. Peace to you and yours. Peace to you and yours. Brother Red Pill reporting live and direct. KTL and the ATL live from Atlanta. Shout out to all of my ATLians. Shout out all of my KTLians. Shout out everybody who came to the ATL this weekend to celebrate the album release. I really, 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 really want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you, every single person that pulled up. You know what I'm talking about? Because that was like, that meant something, you know. That really did. That gave me a lot of confidence. So I appreciate everyone who made it a smash, who made this weekend a historic, legendary weekend. You know, we made history. We made history because we put on a great performance, and we basically, you know, put out a classic album. So in that regards, history was made. And for the people who witnessed that, I just want to say thank you. You know what I'm talking about? So with that being said, you know, I am going to, we're going to be talking about a few announcements. There's some things going on this week and next week and also in December. You know, we want to let the family know what we're doing. So those are those that are out there who are, you know, supporters, members, you know, investors, you know, prospects. Everybody gets to find out what's going on because I'm not on live all the time. So sometimes we just got to pop up and hit up the internet, let the cyberspace know what's going on while we get back to what we're doing in the streets, you know, on this concrete. Unfortunately, I'm being shadow banned very heavily by them people, you know, the Zuckerberg crew, Twitter, everything, YouTube. The shadow ban is in effect. But I said, how could you shadow ban the shadow masters? You know what I mean? How could you shadow ban my shadow self? So, you know, we getting through other ways. Bro dropped the album on Apple Music. Bro, I'm not dropping the album on Apple Music just right yet. Okay, bro? I'm not dropping it on Apple Music for their 1 million streams to count for one sale. I'm not doing that. I'm not rushing to go to Apple Music because I don't need to, because I just put a website out there to call theredsummer.com. So if there's anybody that fuck with Red Pill, you know that we're about ownership. If you fuck with Know the Ledge, you know that we're about building our own shit. If you fuck with KTL, you know that we're not going with the regular people. If that was the case, I'd be signed to a record label and I would have a dance on TikTok. We're not going that route. We're going to the redsummer.com. And, you know, even though it's being streamed through a SoundCloud player and whatnot, you know, the album, the merch, and everything that's coming with it, the deluxe with videos and everything, never seen before videos, the bundles, all of that is for sale, you know, because this is, after all, this is an art project. This is a concept album. This is really a soundtrack. You know, this is a soundtrack. It's not even an album. It's not a mixtape. It's not a playlist. It's a soundtrack to a concept album, meaning that it's a visual component that goes with it. It's about 3 months of my life, and it's broken down in 4-week increments, which makes it 444. 4 weeks of June, 4 weeks of July, 4 weeks of August. And each week, the song has a special feeling or a different type of sound or frequency or imperative, you know, or urgency for that matter. But let me do this, right? I don't want to talk about the album too much in its entirety. We're doing a whole live tonight that's going to deal with that. I want to deal with Melanin Monday tonight in Atlanta, and I want to bring on the guest, one of the keynotes that we have, my brother 13 to God, because he has a very important message, especially for my Democrats and my Republicans that are out there, and my independents. Peace, God.
Peace and power, bro.
Peace and power. How are you, King?
Can't complain, man. Another day, another dollar. Learn more, earn more. You are.
That's right. Indeed, indeed. So real briefly, let the family know who you are in case they're unfamiliar with you.
All right, peace and power to the family. My name is 13 the God. I come to you on behalf of the Vote for Self campaign, and I come to you on behalf of the Universal Improvement Association and African Communities League, founded by the Honorable Marcus Garvey in 1914. That's a young guy here, you feel me? Straight from Baltimore. I don't sugarcoat nothing. You feel me? I'm very unapologetic by nature. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, if y'all coming through Melanin Mondays tonight, I got some jewels, got some game, and I
Right.
got for the liberation, you dig what I'm saying? So we can get about these situations that we in. Feel me?
Let the family know what got you into the movement. Like, what was your entry level? What was your entry point? Like, when did you begin to deal with the U.N.I.A? Because, as we all know, many people are familiar with Marcus Garvey. Many people rep RBG, the red, black, and the green, but there's not a lot of people that are in the U.N.I.A that are of a younger age bracket. So, can
Yeah.
you let the family know what led you in that direction?
All right. So it's funny, right? Cause like just growing up, I always had a U.N.I.A influence like in my life. You feel me? But I didn't really understand and acknowledge what it was until I got into my older ages of like my mid 20s and whatnot. You feel me? So I guess you could say like at probably 6 or 7 years old, I received my first kufi. You feel me? It was red, black, and green. And they was like, yeah, this stands for the blood my people shed on this land. And that was just something that stuck with me. And like I said, when I hit my mid 20s for real and moved out here to Atlanta, yeah, I was just flying RBG heavy because it's something I always did. You feel me? And then the elders from the U.N.I.A seen it and they picked me up. Yeah, come home. You feel me? And ever since then, it's been smooth sailing. You feel me? I do a whole lot of work for them. Definitely like how you said too, it's not a whole lot of people in our age brackets that's with the U.N.I.A too. So it's like that's something we need to bridge that connection back. You feel me? So it won't be that
Mm-hmm.
misconception because people will fly these colors, and when I ask them, do you even know what the U.N.I.A is? They're clueless. You feel me? So
So for the family that's on the line that might not be familiar with what the UNIA is, just do me a favor and educate, because everybody is not familiar with those you know, with those words.
all right, so like I said, the U.N.I.A it stands for the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League. Common misconception that people think is that this is a back to Africa movement. This is not a back to Africa movement. Marcus Garvey said from the jump that this is for Africans here. When he said here, he meant back home and abroad, talking about the brothers such as me and you and everybody else that's watching this live that is kissed by the sun, that has that melanation. You dig what I'm saying? So if you're tuned in right that melanation is game, getting ready for Melanin Mondays, that means you are already a member of the U.N.I.A. If you fly these RBG colors, you are already a member of the U.N.I.A. But are you an active member? Are you helping Mark Garvey plan come to fruition in their time? Are we really still living by these amendments? Are we putting our race first? So the U.N.I.A is just it's the government for black people. You feel me? That's simply this is just one alignment of government. It's for Africans, like I said, here and abroad. We building relationships. Well, we've been building relationships since 1914. Relationships has been built. You feel me? And they still are intact today. We have to embrace it and take advantage of it. You dig what I'm saying? We have to utilize these tools. You did.
Right, right. Question. So for those of us who may have been unfamiliar with the movements of the UNIA after Marcus Garvey was deported back to Jamaica, right? From Atlanta, where we in the A right now, and they took him from the federal facility that's right off of Moreland Ave, and they deported him. What has the political, social, and just overall organizational movement of the UNIA had? What has it been doing ever since then up to now?
All right. So when you ask that question, you gotta look at the people that came from the UNIA. You feel me?
Right,
So when the UNIA, when we took the loss of Marcus Garvey getting arrested, you feel me, and being deported back to Jamaica over some BS, you feel me? A
right,
whole
right,
whole lot of people and movements sprung from the UNIA. You feel me? So even an example would be the Nation of Islam. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was part of the UNIA originally. You feel me? If we're gonna talk about Liberia and Ethiopia, Haile Selassie was a Garveyite, and that was before his presidential terms. You feel me? So we've always had this impact in the community. You feel me? It doesn't have to be directly linked, but the seeds that we have planted since the beginning,
right.
wrong. Like, so everything that we do right, the touch of the UNIA on it, even if we know it or not. You feel me?
Right, right.
It's a powerful essence. You feel me? So yeah, we always do that as God still
I
alive.
mean, honestly, all the spiritual aspect and the impact, you know, because we speak a lot about impact, and we know that the impact of I speak about a trinity that exists: Marcus Garvey,
Hmm.
uh, Elijah Muhammad, and Noble Drew Ali, and I say that their impact is felt 100 years later from the 1920s because the Roaring Twenties was a very interesting time when you think about where our people were mentally and intellectually and
Mm-hmm.
even spiritually, as not just a creative people but a resilient people, because we created a renaissance during that time. We also created what was known as the roaring we tapped into the Roaring Twenties. There was a time of abundance. There was a time of intellectual, you know, we were reaching intellectual heights in the 20s. So the 100-year dynasty is the influence and the impact, the undeniable influence and the impact that the Trinity, or the trifecta of those three men actually have on every single what I call school of thought and knowledge of today, because there's many different names, right? But they
Mm-hmm.
got foundations. You know, the Nubians have a foundation. The gods and earths, their foundation is Elijah. Elijah has a foundation. Um, the Moors, they influenced the metaphysicians and the occultists. That's the foundation to that is Moorish science.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of foundation. So I'm like, all right, cool. I talk that as well. I agree. But when I speak about influence from the organization, I mean direct names and stuff like that. I mean, what's the all right? What would be the role of the UNIA in Liberia? Can you speak about that in Africa, like overseas? Is there like, you know, is there like trade? Is there political relationships?
Yeah, we that and that's something I was going to tap on tonight too. So, all right, one concept of the UNIA that we really focus on is foreign relations. You feel me? Now, what most people don't know, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be telling y'all this. You feel me? But one of our members is actually the brother-in-law of the president of Liberia. You know what I mean? So we have these direct influences, but we need see the concept of this whole thing when it comes down to our foreign relationships that our people have to be more serious about it. Of course, we can have one representative go talk to the people. You feel me? And yeah, but we have to show and prove. We have to show the example of that. This is the square that we're really standing on now when it comes down to being black. You know what I mean? So the foreign relations is there. Direct influence, I wouldn't say direct influence because the UNIA and today is composed of mostly elders. So we are real based on local government. You know what I mean? What we can do for our families right here in the community. You dig what I'm saying?
Let me
But
ask you a question. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Um, what do you know what the initial outcome was of the backlash that Boardwalk Empire and HBO was receiving over their depiction of Jeffrey Wright's character in the series? His name was Narcisse Valentine, and he was in the UNIA. He was a heroin dealer. They were kind of defaming the UNIA and Garvey vicariously in that series by that by that false depiction of Jeffrey Wright. And I heard that there was some talks about lawsuits. Do you know anything about that?
Nah, I'm actually one of the Neo members. Like I said, Spirit, I've been part of UNIA, but me actually playing a role as an officer in the UNIA, I only been
Right,
with the UNIA. And on
right,
top
right.
of that, what you speaking about though? What's the name of the
The
show?
Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk Empire. Okay, word,
Boardwalk
word.
Empire. Huh.
I
The
don't be
you and I
familiar with.
a few times in there.
Oh wow,
Um,
yeah, I don't deal with TV that, so that's clues for me.
well, I
But yeah,
know a lot of us don't, but at the end of the day, post 2012, we have to sometimes appoint, because if any organization that you belong in, or somebody watching TV, you got to
mm-hmm.
appoint a research crew in all of the organizations, because everybody is watching TV, but don't nobody know what they watching.
Nah, that's
You
real.
got you got Moors that are in like the MSTA, and they're watching movies. You know, they might be watching a movie with Angelique Jolie, where what was that, Enchanted, or what was that? No, Malefic, and they talking about the Moors, but the Moors don't. They might not have the historical context of what they're watching, based off of the fact that the teachings that they are getting in particular might deal with the historical narrative. So we gotta wear these glasses. If you're not
Mm,
wearing these glasses, people talk about their third eye and all of that, bruh. They be saying that just to sound good, and what, they don't have no damn pineal gland or third eye open. They can't
mm,
see shit. They don't be knowing nothing. They be needing other people. And then when you say, yo, what you see? And they say what they seeing, they don't see it. They saying some crazy shit.
mm-hmm.
They're not seeing anything. They're just shooting from the hip. They're just being, conspiratorial.
Mm-hmm. And it's something. See, I was talking to my wife about this last night too. It's almost like a culture or just a cult in
It's
general.
cult,
Yeah, with
the
this
right word, cult.
yeah, it's like this third eye concept. It's like definitely when people kind of overreach and it's like they feel like they meet this standard or this pinnacle of, and it's like, no, like when it comes down to being African, we was already spiritual. Like, so I don't refer to the third, I refer to it as the first eye. Because that's the eye that you're really supposed to be using before you even touch into these two. You got to use the mind. You feel me?
Right,
So,
right.
so yeah, like with that whole, like people just kind of be over, and it's formulated. Like when I look at spirituality in today's times, or consciousness, you got what I mean? It's hard to differentiate it from any other religion. You feel me? Or any other folklore that has a following. You feel me? It's kind
Well,
of
what you're looking at, right, in its essence, because we call it consciousness, but we got to be very mindful of the words that we use, because scientists have proven that reality is consciousness. You know what I mean? So you're talking about the core of everything, the motherfucking the fabric of reality is consciousness. And we're like, yo, I ain't conscious no more. Fuck consciousness. I don't want to be in the conscious community. Oh, the
mm-hmm,
conscious community swindled me. Oh, that guy that I was following, I thought he was my daddy and whatnot, and he's not. All of this stupid shit that niggas go through, these emotions that
mm-hmm,
a lot of people exert. And it's like, sometimes it's sad, because it's like, damn, bro, you don't see the lesson that's being taught. You want to drop out of school and class is lit, because niggas is learning for real. Those who are willing to learn wasn't supposed to come in here riding nobody's coattail any damn way. So that's something that people got to check themselves. You know what I'm talking about? And now I know a lot more people believe in themselves than they came in believing in one person. Now
mm-hmm,
they freed themselves of dick riding, and they freed themselves of religion, and they freed themselves of worshiping man. You know what I mean? And now they could live vicariously through the motherfucking selves. So I'm not gonna bash consciousness, because that's not what people are upset about. It's not there's certain names, and niggas be scared to say those names. There's
mm-hmm.
certain people, and those people don't mean consciousness. Those people don't denote a community. Those people don't denote what the fuck you're experiencing.
Indeed.
I'm talking about.
No, I get you.
That's like when Mike Tyson bit the nigga ear, you blame boxing.
Mm-hmm.
That was Mike Tyson in his fucking coke habit, or whatever he was going through at that time, whatever demons he lost the fight to. So for these niggas that's fighting demons, and they lost the fight to the demons, and the whole world be seeing it, niggas are losing the fight to their ego. They losing the fight to their lower selves. They losing the fight to their moistness. They're losing the fight to all kind of shit, and we witness it. And niggas have worshiped these niggas and kissed these niggas' feet. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about? And that's the shit that they trying to deal with, and they blaming it on everybody else. No, you was out here dick riding, bandwagoning, riding niggas' coattails, and you caught one to the chin. One yourself and come back. Brush your motherfucking self off and don't do that again.
Indeed,
Because
indeed.
niggas been warned. They was warned from the gate Bobby told you, Phil told you, the real master teachers, the niggas that opened the door. They said, don't worship me. And y'all niggas went and worship niggas that snuck through the side door.
Real spell.
And they didn't even prove themselves. They wasn't even stamped like that.
And I feel like they not even listening for real. I said, I feel like they really not even listening to the lessons either, because all the lessons is basically
yo, it turned into personality worship. It turned into pocket watching. It turned into what a nigga wearing. It turned into all of this stupid shit. What you like, who you like. Niggas is betting on niggas like we race horses. Niggas got trading cards like we rookie cards or something. That's what it turned into Hollywood. We wasn't riding Phil Valentine and Bobby like that. We wasn't worrying about what Delbert was eating and who he was with. We wasn't bothering these men like that. We wasn't playing men against each other like that. Like this shit is some form of wrestling. This is the weird shit.
But check me, right? Look at the psyche though. Look at the psyche behind that, because in these days of time, a whole lot of people they need a leader. You feel me? They don't just yearn for.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying at the end of the day, boom. I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but we are in a new age. We are in a new age. Whatever you need don't matter to what the new age record what it requires. So you need a leader. You still haven't found out that you're the leader, and we're in a new age. What do that mean, nigga? You got left back. So I don't want to talk to nobody that's not in the same frequency or grade as me, nigga. If it's a nigga running around looking outside of themselves, you still a fucking child. You know what I'm talking about? You still a religious ass nigga. You didn't learn nothing. So we can't have a conversation with you. Sock it to my pocket. You gotta pay like you weigh to get the motherfucking information to take you where you gotta go. One of the reasons why niggas have not evolved is because they've been used to this free information all their life. So when you in public school, you don't level up like when you in private school. You know what I'm talking about? And the people that's in private school are the paying people who are investing in their motherfucking to get these curses off of them. Because all of this shit is a curse. It's all a curse. You got people walking around thinking that there's something that they're not. A color. That's a curse. Then you got people that don't know who the fuck they are. That's a curse. Then you got one gender thinking that they the other gender. That's a curse. Then you got certain people not realizing who the what kind of powers that they got. That's a curse. Then you got people who got wild skills and talents, basically letting somebody who don't got skills and talents pimp them and eat off of them and parasite on them. That's a curse. Then you got people in this community that want a trauma bond over pain, fear, and all kind of fuck nigga shit. That's a curse. It's all kind of curses going on. Then you got people, hurt people who come to hurt people. That's a curse. So we could go on for days about the curses that exist all around us that these motherfuckers don't want to do nothing to get up off of them. But for those of us that are actively dealing with our demons, with, you know, healing, because the healers got to heal, and dealing with legacy building, the builders got to build, and dealing with cutting the fat, nigga, we can't carry everybody everywhere. So we got to do what we got to do. We got to create. We got to motivate. We got to procreate. We got to recreate. I'm not staying stuck with these niggas, bro. I'm not staying stuck in this muck. I'm not staying on this hamster wheel. I'm not abiding by Democratic and Republican mind states, bro. I'm not playing that game. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm doing. I'm keeping it moving. I'm keeping it going. I'm gonna keep the elevator going up. These niggas want to get off on the 3rd floor, and we in a fucking skyscraper. I'm gonna continue to go up. So at no time should we be even having conversations about what somebody that's not melanated is finna do for us or fits to do for us? You niggas are out of rabbit ass minds. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we still having these conversations, the fact that your niggas, the niggas that y'all follow have compromised themselves, thus compromising this whole movement, thus compromising a race of people. You got niggas out here really playing this game, and they're not even talking about sovereignty. They don't have the fucking the testicular fortitude to just stand on their own and say fuck both of these niggas. Fuck
Mm-hmm.
oh shit. Let this whole shit do what it do. It's falling apart, bruh. This is the fall of this shit is falling to pieces. You know what I'm saying? How dare you niggas stand in a burning house? Did Lovecraft Country not tell you what this is about? I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but
No, man, you good, man. You good. But no, I definitely fully agree. Only thing I can say to add on to that is that we just can't forget about the persons or the people that we once was in this community though. You feel me? Because at some point I wasn't on no conscious bandwagon. You feel me? Like I would know, I would listen, but I wouldn't apply, and I wouldn't like on the front lines. You feel me? And there's a whole lot of people that's out here that's like that. You feel me?
when,
Even
when like this is what I'm saying. This is how I want to answer that for you, because I don't want nobody to be confused as to what I'm saying and be clear about it. No matter where you go, you're never gonna get away from your shadow self. They can't shadow ban a motherfucking shadow master. You know what I'm talking about? They can't shadow ban the shadow self. So wherever you go in life, in your tax bracket or in your status or how you feel mentally about yourself, you always got to go back to that point of reference. That's what that is for. You was in the fucking mud because you need a point of reference to know that you're out of the fucking mud when you get out the mud, my nigga. So how the hell do you know you level up unless you can't identify with a low point in your life where you was like, yeah, nigga, I was under the pavement. You know what I'm talking about? I was
yeah,
on my knees.
indeed.
So that's when you were unconscious. That's when you were in the state of what they call the sleeping giant or Hiram Abiff. That's the state of what they call the lower vibration candida. When you're brain dead, you're a knuckle dragger. We all was like that. We were caterpillars before we became butterflies. How the fuck do you know that you flying if you can't look back on the part when your ass was crawling?
Yeah,
That's the
but
point of reference. That's how you know where your
let
growth.
me clarify that point in a build though. When I
Yeah,
was basically in a sense of I'm real big on reflections. You feel me?
definitely.
So when I can say that I'm in this state, you feel me? Because I feel like most people we get in this mindset of when we liberate just literally ourself, our being. I
Right.
mean, and this is it right here. You feel me? But it's like, all right, I can do that. You feel me? I can have the idea. I can play these parts. You feel me? But when I look out and I look up and I see other people, you feel me, who looks just like me, you feel me, the reflection of me, you feel me? And it's like, as a whole, we not on this whole picture, you feel me? We not on this whole mind, this whole vibration, you feel me? This is when
Right.
I got, all right, so now I feel like, because most people don't want to play this part, you feel me? But this is the
Who
part I feel like,
promised you? Who the fuck promised you that everybody was supposed to play it though? Who
exactly.
told you that you wasn't special? I'm just saying, hold on. Who
Hmm?
told you that you wasn't so fucking rare? Who told you that you wasn't so unique? Who told you that you wasn't so ahead of time? Who told you that you wasn't such a pioneer that it's just gonna be you and a few other people? And you gotta carry that. You gotta push that shit, and you gotta make the breakthrough. You gotta make the change. You gotta make a movie about what the fuck you doing. You become the book, Eli, and they read you, and then they become you. It's not about them. Fuck them. They're not on your wave. They're not gonna conform. They're not you. It's you. You the chosen one.
That
And
though,
because
this is what I'm
huh?
saying. That's us. I can't see. I just don't look at it in a sense of lost hope. Because when I think about me and my people, I think about me and
Right.
my people as a whole. Everybody, even the Honorable Marcus Garvey said,
Your
everybody,
people hard headed.
feel
Your
me?
people hard headed. Marcus told you that. Your people
Mm-hmm,
turned on Marcus. Your people turned on Elijah. Your people turned
mm-hmm,
on Malcolm. Your people
exactly.
turned on Noble Ali and all of his followers and all of his writings and all of his prophecies and all of his messages. The people are the masses of the fucking asses. That is the profane. Stop playing. Focus on the cream of the crop. Focus on the ones that are ready to go. You got enough. Stop focusing on why does everybody want to go march with 1,000 sheep when you got 10 lions ready to fucking eat? We eat sheep, my nigga. We not lambs. We eat them. So I don't care about the lambs. You getting caught up in the window dressing. That's a fucking hologram, bro. You're not gonna get all the people. Marcus told you these niggas are hard-headed. They have hard fucking heads. If you gotta bend somebody arm to run with you, you're not a fucking general. You know what I mean? That's not how you build an army. You're not gonna build, like, I'm just saying, that's not how you build superheroes. I'm a fucking supervillain. I know that there's not a lot of us out here. I'm a shadow master. I'm not looking for a lot of these. These niggas can't be me. These niggas can't be part of my the distinguished gentleman and the uncanny X-Men that I belong to.
Right.
I fucks with a selected few, a cream of the crop of 5% of us, of 1,444 of us. We got those numbers, King. I could show you them tonight. We got those numbers. Those numbers are securely in the bag. We don't have to look outside of what we already built. So my thing is this, tapping into what Marcus already put together, the concepts that he laid out. He has enough acolytes. He has enough followers. He has enough people who fuck with him the long way, that if we stuck to just those principles, those people will manifest in MailChimp or Constant. They will fill up your inbox and you will have your army. Fuck these niggas. They don't exist, bro. They're malleable. They're fucking caterpillars. I'm not talking to these caterpillars right now. I want to monarch butterflies. There's butterfly die-offs. So how the fuck can we focus on the caterpillars and there's butterfly die-offs? There's the real ones are dying. So the real ones are dying is because the butterflies keep flying in circles and they're not doing what they should be doing because they keep looking back at these fucking worms and whatnot. Yeah, they cute and everything, but they're on their bellies. And we saw belly too. It's not, no, that's not what's up. It's time to focus on, if anything, why is niggas not voting for the people in the community that could turn this shit around? Why didn't nobody put that on the ballot? Niggas are trying to run. Why didn't they create a ballot to say, why don't we vote these charlatan niggas off the planet? Why don't we vote these fugazi niggas who, we don't know if you fugazi or not, but fuck it, let's vote on you niggas. Why don't we do that? Why don't we vote to drill these niggas? Why don't we vote to move these niggas out the way? Why don't we vote to green light certain niggas? Why don't we do that? Why don't we vote to collect taxes on all of the people that's out there buying fucking shea butter and sea moss and all of the other things that motherfuckers should have a penny in each transaction? Why don't we vote that part? You know what I'm talking about? If niggas talk about voting, I don't want to talk about Joe Biden or Kamala the cop. I don't want to talk about Donald Trump and fucking Mike Pence. It don't matter. I'm gonna drill regardless. Whoever get fucking elected, I'm still spinning the block. I'm still drilling these niggas. I'm still out here. I still got ops, my nigga. I'm still gonna get at these niggas. I'm still calling niggas out. What the fuck does that matter? It just matters the environment that's gonna be created. It's just the state. These niggas is caught up in what stage sets are gonna be on the motherfucking stage. Is it gonna be burning Donald Trumps or rainbows with these other niggas? And I don't care. I'm adjustable, my nigga. I'm a scorpion. We're chameleons. We adjust to the motherfucking battlefield. We at war, regardless of who gets in this motherfucking seat. So I don't vote for our team. Why don't you niggas create a fucking dream team in these streets? Not you, King. I'm just saying. Why don't the people step up and vote to say, yo, is these militias that's stepping up, like, in fact, is that officially our militia? Yes or no? Yay or nay?
Right.
I don't know what the fucking CBS News is saying. I didn't say CBS. I don't know if they got the doll in CBS. I don't know what CBS is saying. I don't know what Fox is saying. What are the people saying? If you niggas said that the ancestor died so you niggas could pull the lever, who you voting for? You got real people in front of you. You got niggas that's on some God shit in front of you. What you want to see? Niggas levitate? Go into your books.
Indeed.
Go into your fucking meditation. Go and do everything that you need to do, nigga. Burn your Nag Champra. Go and hunch. Whatever the fuck you got to do. Go and drink your tea. And go find out what the fuck was the ancestors talking about right now, and who are the physical beings that they're talking about. Because they're not talking about no concepts. They're talking about people. They're talking about real life human beings. And that person is not coming. Those people are not coming. 2020 is almost over. So they're here. They're already here. So who's working and who's not? Who's fugazi and who's official? Fuck is you talking about? I'm not playing these games with these niggas anymore. I can't. I'm wasting my time. For what? This is peonage. This is pure peonage, my nigga.
All right, so basically saying we gotta understand that even when school of thoughts and mystery schools was first started, this isn't something that everybody was able to attend. You feel me? So in today, everybody, you feel
everybody's
me?
in school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because we're in the loop.
So when you talk about we have this 5% of the people, you feel me? Us is the 5%. You get what I'm saying? The thinkers. You know what I mean? We can't put a wall around ourselves. It's just we are the ones. Because when we talk about statistics, when we talk about percentages, when we talk about numbers, we as just our small community want to achieve goals that we want to make happen. So we have to look at the people who still on their bellies. We have to, get your ass up. You feel me? We have to do these things because just us alone is not enough. When we talking about military, when we talking about war, we talking about alpha males, beta males, all this other shit. You gotta understand that everybody is a piece on the board. Everybody's a piece on the board. See, but we get the confusion of we want to be a piece on the board as well too. We look at ourselves as the kings and the queens, but instead it's the person who is moving the pieces. You know what I mean? So
let me share something with you, King. And this is how you build up your board, right? You gotta play your position on the board, and the pawns will fall in line. My nigga, I got the trenches with me. I was in the club the other night. I went to take a picture with one of my dudes from the street. By the time we finished taking a picture, it was 40 dudes in the picture. Just because they was like, this nigga Red Pill is in the club with us, right? And I didn't even know that. I had no idea that anybody in the club knew who I was. You understand? I'm in the hood. So, no, I don't agree. What I'm saying is when you keep it official, you got it for, bruh, if you think that leaders and real kings you could just pull up on them on 125th Street and jump out and touch them. When you think that somebody that's a real fucking leader and a general is accessible to just anybody, that's what they got lieutenants for. That's what they got captains for. That's what any football, you can't touch the quarterback. You can't touch the queen and the king on the chessboard. You cannot have access to them. You got to get through a line of defense. You got to get through politics. You got to get through walls. You got to get through all kind of shit. You just can't call my phone. You just can't. Even as an artist, I'm not even supposed to. That's what I got managers for. I'm not supposed to be talking to the venue. I'm not supposed to be talking to the nigga paying me. There's supposed to be a distance. That's the problem. Niggas don't got no distance and nobody want to play their position at the end of the day. You know what I'm talking about? And that's what the street niggas respect. I was in there was an event that took place in Atlanta this weekend. In order to get to the big homie, you had to get past 3 lines of VIP. That's the streets. You can't get to the top niggas in the streets like that. So what are you talking about? You're not going to just walk up on me like that. You're not going to get to me. I'm important. And what I'm doing and the people around me is important. And everybody that's doing something, we're doing global things, bro. We're doing galactical shit. So if you can't get to the top niggas in the streets that I grew up with, what the fuck make you think you just gonna walk up on us? And we got armed security at the door. You gotta walk through guns to get to us to talk to us in Melanin Monday. You're gonna have to get past what you said about we need security. We got security.
EVP Newton Gun Club. I'm definitely EVP Newton.
It's more than just that. We got security. Yeah.
definitely
Yeah,
building. I'm not trying to say
and
I'm saving it
I'm not
later on
saying,
today. Yeah.
bro. Let me share some, King. When I'm speaking to you, this is not conflict. I'm just building. Me and you, we good. I'm building. I'm just, if even if I have to play devil's advocate, I'm just giving you the real of what this shit really is. Because I had that mentality, and everybody knows my struggle with my savior struggle that I go through. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows my savior struggle. I want to save everybody. I want to put everybody on my back. I want to bring everybody from the hood that I grew up with me. I want them all to be eating kale. look at my body, my stunt double.
Hey, peace, sister, peace.
I want everybody, do my stunts. I want everybody to eat kale with me and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what I want. But I can't have it like that. So I gotta focus on what I can focus on, which is the babies.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about homie from South Carolina. I'm talking about the babies. You know what I'm saying? They're watching us. And they're gonna be like, you wasted your time with trying to convince the trenches that they supposed to be gods and goddesses, and they bit the hand off that was trying to feed them.
See,
I'm
now,
not going to places where loyalty and integrity and character are not high anymore. I'm
but see
sorry,
how
because my
this
life is too
started,
important to her.
but
Huh?
this consciousness started. Consciousness started in the trenches.
But
So
I am the trenches. I am the trenches, and I stand in the trenches, and I teach in the trenches. And when I do my videos, they're in the trenches. And like I said before, you can't run away from where you are and who you are. When you see me, you see the trenches. What you talking about? When the trenches turn on YouTube and they see the twins, they see the trenches. I'm not going nowhere. But what I'm saying is this: they gotta come to see us. I'm already in the trenches. Where they at when I'm doing my parties? Where they at when I'm doing the lectures? Where they at when we doing stuff? Where they at when we selling stuff and we putting things out there? We already went to them. We risking our life. I bring my daughter to the trenches with me. Right? You be in scary places, right? Yes. With scary people, right? Yes. Dark places. Yes. You see guns and all kind of stuff around. Yes. Spears and swords and stuff. Get the stick. Go grab your staff. You know what I mean? It's right there. It's right there, Bella. It's so real in the trenches that Bella got to come in with the staff.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? So my children are being groomed and reared the way that my mama groomed and reared me, because look, it's Sabi Genesis. We got the formula, all right? He already gave us the formula. It's Sabi Genesis. When I was her age, he was the big homie. He was who Red Pill is to her. That's who Sabi was to me at that age. And we was on mission and we was on code. And I'm here to say, look, the trenches is already on. They listening and they're watching. They're rocking with us. AA, yeah, the God body, AA, he's in the trenches. He's on Griselda intros. It don't get no more trenches than that. How is AA Rashid on West Side Guns intros on every single album? If we not in the trenches, if the trenches ain't rocking, if we not going back to get the streets, you got to remember, this is strategy. This is strategy. So the strategy is, we got to move like an army in order to attract the army. Indeed. We can't move. The reason why the streets stopped rocking with the community is because they saw the goofiness in the community and nobody wanted to play their position, and they thought that who was a general was actually a private.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that turned them away because they was ready to kill. They was ready to slide, glide, and ride because they liked what they saw. So we're going to have to repair that by building up an army, by building up a team, and by building up a movement where our feet land. And it's not just in Atlanta, because I'm global. I'm in the UK. I'm touching four corners. We live in Africa. We live in the Caribbeans. We live in South America. We live in the Virgin Islands. We live in the United Kingdoms. We was in Parliament. You know what I'm saying? With the Queen from the Congo doing real things, bruh. And the day after that, everything started changing after that out there. Like, I know my impact. So it's about impact over all of that other shit. And the impact is being felt on the lowest of lowest levels. And if they not hearing what we saying, and if they don't know what we doing, That's so that where's the people that's on the chessboard with us? What role are they playing? Why they not sharing the gospel? Why they not telling the youth what's really hood? Why they not putting them on? We got music, we got fashion, we got videos, we got 1,000 video clips. These niggas like video clips. They got smartphones. We got apps. You know what I'm talking about?
Indeed.
We got archives. We got podcasts. And I'm not just talking about us because I don't want nobody to think it's a us thing. I'm talking about us as in all of us. Because when we win, we win. I'm a team player. I'm down with the go. When I'm shining, I shine, we shine. So what the shifters are doing, when I see them get a W, I wear that. When I see Rock and them get a W, I'm wearing that. When AA catch a W, I catch a W. When Blue catch a W, I catch a W. So every morning that I get up, I'm catching W's. When Black Dot and them catch a W, I catch a W. When Valentine catch a W, I catch it. I'm his master student. When Mama Pill catch a W, I catch a W. So I've attached myself to a team of people that are changing the world and paradigm shifting the planet in real time. And we're not asking nobody for their help. We're not sitting around asking nobody to believe in us and to follow us. None of that stuff. It don't matter. It don't matter at the end of the day. None of that matters because all that matters is what you doing being recorded in these history, these legacy books. They call it the book of names because it don't matter what you do. It's still being recorded. There's no secrets. There's no secrets. And don't worry about getting accolades tomorrow. You don't need it. I don't need no followers, bro. That don't do nothing. I don't need dopamine to be all released out in my brain and me being addicted to Instagram. I'm good with that. I don't need nobody creeping, following me, watching me what I eat. I just need when I make that call, the shooters come to shoot and the players come to play and the people that's serious pull up. It don't matter if it's 6 of you. This is going to be the illest 6-man drill team that the world ever seen. And if it's 6 million of us, it's the same way. It don't matter because we got to do it for somebody, somehow, some way, someday. Niggas got to decide a day. You know what I'm saying? Too many people tapping out and they never even had the biggest day of their life yet. They never had their big day. LeBron had his big day. Kobe had his big day. Pop Smoke had his big day. You know what I'm talking about? T'Challa, my dude who played T'Challa, he had his big day. You know what I mean? When we all gonna have our big day? Because that's really what I'm you know, I just want us all to have our big day. You know? Being immortal. Legend ain't enough. Being immortal. You here, you made it to 2020. You know what I mean? You got bars. Being immortal. Lift the veil is lifted. You know, and the heavy lifting was already done. By the time I got in the room, it was already mad bodies on the floor. I didn't have to do too much shooting in this Call of Duty of mine. You feel me? In this whole Fortnite type of thing that we going through, where we utilizing intellectual warfare to clap down the enemy them. Babylon is falling because of intellectual warfare. Let's be clear. This thing that they call the conscious community that people try to disgrace and whatnot, that's the hottest thing on the mother planet. Shut your mouth. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? What shook the pillars of the matrix? What collapsed this thing? You know what I mean? Because consciousness is waves. So what you perceive is what you believe. We collapse what you believe, so we collapse the waves. So we shifted the consciousness. Henceforth, red and blue pill. Henceforth, the matrix. Henceforth, the arch degrees. Henceforth, no ledge. Henceforth, you are now rocking with the best. That's what I'm talking about. So, you know, and I do this because Garvey did it. I'm standing on the U.N.I.A shoulders, King. There is no me without you. There is no me without Garvey. You attached to Garvey, I'm attached to you vicariously. We are part of one. I will not separate myself from what you stand for and what you plugged into, because I'm plugged into the same socket. You know what I mean?
I get you.
So in that sense, we you know, that sense, we come together. We're gonna We're gonna, you're gonna do your thing tonight and let the people know what it is, and let them know about this voting campaign real quick about them voting for self.
So the Vote for Self campaign was first started in Baltimore, Maryland. You feel me? My hometown. You dig what I'm saying? So this whole thing of us right now in these times, we already know that we run to the voting polls. We try and always see what's going on with white people and shit like that. But in a sense, there's always been injustice for black people on both sides of this party, of Democratic, Republican, this whole political party. It's always been these two sides. You feel me? So in today's times, my whole campaign is about literally just voting for self. Be self-sufficient. You feel me? You don't need to keep on depending on these powers that be to make something happen for self. You feel me? All it takes is literally applying that pressure.
Right.
And coming from Baltimore, I've seen it firsthand. You know what I mean? Like, this is why my stand on that is in a sense of Baltimore is damn near like Gotham City. You feel me?
I
It's
love
like
I love Baltimore, man. God darn it. Your
that's
energy is
actually
crazy.
first met you in Baltimore for real. Yeah,
Yeah,
when you had to
yeah.
come, you feel me?
I've
So
always had a great experience out there, King. Always. It was always love. Baltimore.
yeah, yeah, Baltimore. You feel me? But yeah. So I see my people are in pain right now. You dig what I'm saying? And the reason why we're in pain, the redlining started from. You feel me? The whole concept of putting black people in these displacement neighborhoods started in my city. So, like, my whole approach on this, like, this is why I stand so strong for the ones that don't know. You dig what I'm saying? Because this is my city that don't know. Yeah, I mean, like,
I
it's
want to
more
give you some more history about your city when it comes to incest and when it comes to the Chesapeake slave trade.
that's what I'm saying. It's like I ain't about to thrash my city like that though, but
At
it's
all. I'm
real.
you to no, there's a reason why things are going on in your city, and it started a
Yeah,
long
and it's
time ago.
you feel me? Everything. This is all psychology. This is learned behavior. You feel me? This is all this is. This is natural
Right.
learn. You feel me? And in these days and times, we think that we not doing shit that's like close to slavery, but it's like we don't think we picking cotton, but everybody revolving money. You
Money is cotton.
on it. You feel me? And
Yeah.
even with the in the Vote for Self campaign, we're actually working on our own black coin right now. A black coin. You feel me? So we
Or minted coin. Crypto or
yeah,
mint.
mint.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, you feel me? Straight physical. You know what I mean? So this is
That's
for
right.
the community. So when I say that we can't leave people behind, because I can't put something out there and it's just the 5% who gravitating towards it. You feel me?
But my
That
thing
extra
is this, mass adoption is already. I don't mean to cut your words, and I'm gonna let you build, and I'm gonna just be real quick. The mass adoption aspect, you got to remember where the 5% are in the eyes of the masses. The 5% of the commercial, this has been commercialized. Once the
mm-hmm.
5% mass adoption is right around the corner, the woke spillover is there is no line almost anymore. There is no, the 5% are influencing the 85% like this. I promise you.
I want
The
to say like this.
5%.
I'm not gonna say like this. I can't agree with the like this part only because I see it. I see the influence that currently holds my people. You feel me? Not
Right,
just I'm talking about the 100% of my people. It's an influence that's not of us. This is not us. This is not us putting race first. You feel me?
right.
That's
You
turn
already see that, right?
instead of race out first. You feel me? When we
How
just
did
get
you feel during the riots? Did you feel charged up? Did you feel like the people were moving in the direction of race first?
nah. And this, see, this is the thing. People don't even know about the riots. The riots wasn't just insinuated because like they tried to say the riots started because the powers that be did not let them kids go home that day.
Right,
Them powers that be did not let them kids go home. So with
right, right,
them and they put them all in one secluded area with no way to get home. What do you expect to happen?
right. I was in that area. I went there to the connection is what it's called, right? Connection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's see, and I went to eight. That's our twin school connections. You feel me? That's our twin school. You feel me?
Right.
Even at Ace, it say stand like this was our motto: stand for something or fall for anything. Malcolm X. They said that to us every morning. I didn't even know it was Malcolm X until I got out of high school. You feel me? But it's sense though. So with the whole rise, you feel me? Then you had the Orioles game going on that day too. You feel
Yeah.
me? Traffic. You feel me? So it's these are
The
this is
recipe
what I'm
for
saying.
disaster.
But we put ourselves on the chessboard and being the person who's moving the pieces. We got to see them moving the pieces and reverse engineer for self. Because
Right,
when pieces, they're not just thinking. Of course, they're gonna put the high tax bracket in mind. They're the people they're thinking about, but they also want to think about how can we dictate everybody else.
right,
And in this sense of what we do now, we don't worry about everybody else. You feel me? Like this is real warfare. You gotta have the people with you. You feel me? I understand the concept of sending 6 lines out there. You feel me? But if we send 100 sheets out there first to throw their mind off, then we throw the 6 lines in there. That's how we really move. That's Zulu shit. You feel me? We calling on man every avenue. You feel
right,
me?
right, right.
Move the people. You feel me? So
I mean, I did mention playing chess, and in chess there's pawns. So I'm not negating what it is you're saying.
no, no.
What I'm saying is structure is needed amongst the 5% before you influence the pawns.
But see, is the structure not already here?
No,
And that's what. Oh, you don't think so?
there ain't no structure.
All
No.
right. So then we can't even ride for the 5%. Then if it's no structure, that equals.
I mean, look, order comes out of chaos. We're in a situation where order is forming, but it's still somewhat chaotic.
I understand that. So we have to move with chaos, bro. You feel me? We can't look at it in a sense of.
We're moving with chaos. Nobody is saying that we're stagnant.
No,
It's
no,
moving,
yeah.
malleable, changing. It's doing what it does. It's chaos magic is taking place right now. It's chaos magic, right?
right, but
Black magic matters.
that,
Chaos magic. The universe or the influence of the planets and the precession of the equinox is moving shit. Saturn and all of these retros and all of that shit had an influence this year.
even retrograde right now. Shit, my week been crazy. You feel me?
The Scorpio led.
But see, and this is what I'm saying. You have to know astrology in order to know any of this other shit. You feel me? So you even said
That's
this.
what I mean by order, though, King. What I mean by order is
It's
those
a
of us who are in these, huh?
it's a natural order. Then you gotta look at the 100th monkey theory. You feel me? That one thought can change the 99. So I
And my
understand.
thing is, it's already doing that.
I know that's what I'm saying. I agree with what you're saying, but we actually have to be for the other people as well, though. We gotta make sure that they getting
Are
them.
for the look. I'm not saying that we're not. We are for the other people. Everything that we do is influencing the other people. We can't stop that. I can never change the fact that my algorithm is going to influence somebody that can identify with that algorithm from the streets or the trenches. So I got to work on me making sure that I put on to the highest degree possible because
Indeed.
I'm being surveilled. They're measuring my success to where they're going to jump in and what they're going to do with themselves. That's how this is set up. Welcome to social media. But look, the time is running out. Yo, 640 Evans Street, y'all. We're going to be in the building tonight, ATL. I'm going to let it go live on the YouTube as well so y'all can tap in. All right. It's going to be a great episode, classic, Love and Light. All right. Let them know where they can find you, King.
Hey, like I said, my name is 13 the God on Instagram, 13 the God. You feel me? 13 the God on YouTube, 13 the God on Facebook. You feel me? Holla at me. I'm on liberation for the people. You feel me? Liberation for the people, not liberation. Liberation is
Right.
action
For the people.
for ourselves.
All right. No doubt.
Yeah.
www.theredsummer.com, y'all. The album is here. www.theredsummer.com. All right. Black Magic album listening today. Tap in. Peace.
Wow.